I'm Busy Phillipps, and I'm going to read the story of the Frog Prince. Many years ago, there lived a king whose daughters were the fairest in the Rhinelands, but the most beautiful by far was the youngest. The king and his daughters lived in a white castle with red towers high above a green valley. One evening, the youngest princess walked down the winding road to the valley and stopped to rest near a deep, cool well by the road. Now the princess had a favorite possession, a shiny golden ball. She liked to toss it high in the air and watch it glitter in the sun and then catch it when it fell. As she sat by the well, she tossed the golden ball into the air. Then as it fell for the last time, it slipped through her fingers and into the well and out of sight. The princess was so unhappy. Suddenly, she heard a voice from beneath the water.
Princess, why are you crying?
Oh, who are you?
I am the frog who lives in the well.
Oh, frog, please help me.
What do you want, princess?
My golden ball. I dropped it in your well. It's a gift from my father, and I value it above all my jewels. Find it for me, and you can have whatever you want. Please help me, frog.
Very well, princess. But if I find your golden ball, you must love me and let me eat from your golden plate and sleep on your pillow.
Whatever you wish, frog. Only find my golden ball. Now that he had the word of the princess, the frog dived out of sight to the bottom of the well. What nonsense that silly frog is talking, the princess thought to herself. Then the frog put his head out of the well and tossed the golden ball to the princess. She caught it and ran home, happy once more. That night, as the princess was having supper, she heard a strange noise in the hall. Tap, tap, clash, clash. She listened. What could it be? The sound came closer, and then a voice said,
Open the door, king's daughter dear. Open the door to your true love here. Mind the words that you and I said by the water's cool in the woodland shade.
The princess was terrified. The frog had come to the palace. She opened her door, and the frog hopped to the table.
Give me something to eat from your golden plate.
The princess did so. And when the frog had eaten as much as he could, he said,
I am tired. Carry me to your room and let me sleep on your pillow.
Hesitantly, the princess picked up the frog and carried him to her room in the tower. The frog jumped onto her pillow, and the princess summoned all of her courage and kissed him lightly on the forehead. She shivered, for the frog was cold and wet. The princess tried not to think about the frog sitting on her pillow. Finally, her eyes grew heavy, and the princess slept. In the morning, the princess turned her head to see if the frog was still there, but the pillow was empty. I am here, my princess. Who are you?
I am prince of the land beyond the mountains. Although you have known me as the frog, you see, I had the misfortune to anger a wicked witch in my father's kingdom, and she changed me into a frog and made me live in the well near your palace. I could become a normal man only if a king's daughter would let me eat from her plate and sleep upon her pillow. You have broken the witch's spell.
Oh, I am so glad I kept my promise to you.
No more than I, my dear princess. For now my only wish is that you go with me to my father's kingdom, where I will marry you and love you always.
The princess looked at the handsome prince standing near the door of her room and promised to marry him. She ran to her father, the king, who gave his consent to the marriage. Then they traveled to the prince's kingdom beyond the mountains, where they lived happily ever